Good day, guys. So today we are talking about the nested if in Excel. Last time we discussed the if statement. The if statement only returns either true or false. Like whatever you ask it to return for a true statement, it returns it, and whatever you ask it to return for a false statement, it returns it. But what about a situation whereby we have a lot of criterias like we no longer want either true or false. We have like so many options that we want to return. So that is when we can use the nested if statement. Although we can also like use lookup functions, index and match and the likes, but for this I'll be using the nested if. Alright, so I want grades 85 to anything 86 to 100 should be A plus. These are my criteria. These are things I want. I'm just going to like come here and write my formula equals to if. So I'm saying that if this score here is greater than 85, I'm going to like do it from up to down, or you can also go from down to up. So now I'm saying 85. Why? Because if G5 is greater than 85, remember when we are dealing with whole numbers, the next numbers that come after 85 is 86, right? So if G5 is greater than 85, that means we are starting from 86 to 100. Then what do you return? Return A plus, comma, value if false. So now here it is. Nested if is basically what? An if statement inside an already existing if statement. So now instead of writing value if false, I'm just going to go and write the next argument. I'm just going to say if without the equals to, if what? Now 76, I'm talking about numbers greater than 75, right? We say if my score is greater than 75, comma, what should it return? Return A. Then next, what do I do next? If again. So for your false, you're just going to like be imputing the if statement until what you are done with all your ranges. So for B, we are doing for B next. Then I'm going to say if my score, right, is greater than, for B, we are talking about numbers greater than 65, right? That's 66. So if it is greater than 65, comma, return D. What do we do next? If statement again. If that is what you're thinking, you're correct. What is the logical text? If our score is what? Greater than 60 for C. So, comma, return C. And again, for this, we are also like, instead of writing the false, we are going to just write our if again until we're done. So we're going to say if our score is greater than, don't forget all this formula we are still writing it for this same score that is here. So you can see I'm selecting G5 throughout so that when we fill down the formula can apply to the rest. So G5 is greater than for our D, okay, numbers greater than 50. So we are saying 50 to what? 60. So now it's going to be what? 49. Why? Because 50 is included in our range. 50 to 60, meaning what? 50 is inclusive. So for numbers greater than 49, return D. And if I can decide to write another formula and just put 0 at the end, but for this you can just put what? Otherwise return what? F. So meaning that whatever number that is remaining should be what? Should be F. So thank you. I have to like, oh sorry, I have to close my formulas. Excel automatically did that for me. So by filling down, you can see the whole grade is what? Already well represented. So what you just need to do here is to cover the the brackets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So because we use 6 if statement, we have to close the bracket with what? 6 we have to close, add six brackets to like close it. Thank you for